Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Guild of Dungeoneering. We have accumulated enough gold from failure that we can actually... Oops, that's not what I wanted. Unlock some more equipment, and I think... I just love this heater shield so much. I'm gonna grab that. So we'll stick that on somewhere, and we'll go exploring. We're gonna go ahead and use the Bruiser, and hopefully have a better outing. Let's try to remember not to fight against the bat, because the bats have no blockable physical attacks, and they have lots of magic damage, so I don't want to fight the bats. Now, Scary Spider, that should be fine, because the Scary Spider is frail, and I do have physical damage. Let's actually just... How do I do this? I guess I'll put this thing here and see if it's a good fountain or not. Hopefully it's a good one. Fountain of Knowledge, that's a nice one. It's actually one of the better ones. It just increases your hand size by 2. And the reason I think it's one of the nicer ones is just that, like, it definitely gives you a bonus. Some of the other bonuses that you get from fountains are things like, when you block an attack, blah, blah, blah. Or, like, when you deal this, then you get that. And it's conditional. Whereas this is just, like, a good thing. Okay, well, after this fight, I'm going to have Decay, which is why I wanted to fight the Goblin now. I made it so that my next thing I fight is the spider, and that's good, because the spider does not ever do 2 damage at once, whereas these guys do, so the decay that I'm getting from this fountain shouldn't matter. Okay, this is going to be a huge swing, so we're going to play this, which blocks the damage, he takes a damage, I deal a damage, and then Spiky, for fully blocking an attack, deals a damage. Now that word fully is very important. As a bruiser, it's quite important that you fully block attacks, because if you don't fully block them, then you do not get your spiky damage bonus, and you need that because the bruiser does not have good damage output to start things off. Okay, so we got Swift, which oh, that's Swift. Oh, I hate that. That's dumb. Okay, we'll take Twig for another version of our best card. 1 physical damage block, 1 physical damage dealt. Okay, now this time I'm not going to connect these rooms. I have learned my lesson. I'm going to keep this owl unconnected, so I fight the zombie first, get treasure for killing the zombie, and get treasure from the treasure chest that the zombie is guarding. Okay, this is actually nice. It's unblockable physical damage, so I do an extra damage because the spider is frail, and I go right over his shield, which is nice. This is awesome. So I block the toxin, do a damage, and do an extra damage. That was a really hard hit. Okay, this will actually kill him through the healing because of his frail ability. I am loving all these scary spiders. They are really not so scary, as long as, of course, you're playing a class that has predominantly physical damage cards. Okay, don't care about this too much. Don't like that. Spyglass is just weird. I mean, it can matter sometimes. All this basically does, as far as I can tell, is make it so that if you and the monster would kill each other, then you win instead, which is obviously a big deal when it happens, but it's surprising how little this matters unless you have Swift cards, because if you have Swift cards, then those get a +1 bonus. So it's kind of like this thing makes all of your physical damage Swift, but the actual value of it is that it makes your Swift cards do 1 more damage, but I don't have any of those and don't plan to get them. Let's actually just take this wooden board. It's a big physical blocking card, and that could be useful to have in some fights. So now we have a +2 hand size. I could have been, you know, frisky and went and fought this bear owl. I'm not going to connect the rooms, because I know now that means I'm actually going to go for this thing for some reason. Oh, no, I wouldn't have gone for it. No, because the reason I went for it is I ended up leveling up to 3. Right. Yes, I remember now. Okay, I can actually block the darkness. I am, however, not going to, because I'm going to gamble, not remembering what's in the zombie's deck, that there are more significant things than just 1 damage. Ugh. It's tempting me with these blocks, and I might regret it, but I think the zombie probably somewhere has some magic damage that makes a bigger difference. Okay, this is really annoying. I might have just, like, saved my magic block card for absolutely no reason. Alright, this is nice. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to block both these physical damages with this initial bruiser card and do a spiky damage. Then the zombie will deal a damage to itself, which means it will have taken 2 damage this round, so the decay will kick in and it'll take a 3rd damage. So the zombie took 3 damage that time and I took none. And that's how the zombie is a fair enemy. It, you know, has a ton of hit points, but the decay really is quite substantial. Alright, we blew our magic shield finally, and I guess I'll use this repel just to kill him off. So that was actually kind of nice that I had that repel for an extra way to fully block a high physical attack. Okay, we got some good stuff here. This is growth 1 and a hit point, which is fine, but I'll take the Shimmering Cloak to get going on Arcane and Fire, because my other stuff is not what I'm looking for. We have a level 2 item. Oh, it's garbage. So this is garbage, and that is... I mean, the cards individually are okay compared to the cards I'm replacing with it, but I don't want to go for those trees. And the club, okay, we'll just take that, I guess, for an extra card. That's all right. All right, well, let's see, I need to get one more large chest. I could fight a bear owl. That seems silly. Let's just fight a ghost, I suppose. Wait, what are the ghost abilities? Tenacious Night Owl. Interesting. Okay, so Tenacious means that you cannot kill it if it began the round with more than 1 hit point, and that can be a really big deal, but for the Bruiser, less so, since the Bruiser does not actually do that much damage. And it... Oh, did it actually... Wait, oh, if surrounded by 5 or more tiles, nice! That actually, I didn't mean for that, but I ended up putting it in the middle of a bunch of tiles, so it lost a hit point, and now it's at 1 hit point, so I just need to do a damage to it, and it dies. Perfect. Now, this does not level me up, because it's a level 2 enemy, but it does give me an extra equipment, and maybe I'll get something good. Yeah, that's fine. I'm already wearing that, and this, is it better? Oh, I get, this is like what I'm already wearing, except it also adds the Holy card, which is actually really good for the Bruiser to have a block anything. Alright, we'll take a cooking pot for funsies. That's just adding a bunch more damage, so I can maybe blitz down that bear owl. Okay, there's no point, I think, in... I mean, actually, there is a point in fighting a level 2 there, just to try to get an extra item card, but in the interest of speed, I'm just going to go for this bear owl and see if I can kill it and just win this mission. Now, the bear owl is not the scariest level 3 enemy, to be honest. It only has 7 hit points. And the cards it has aren't, like, super amazing. I'm okay with fighting against bear owls. The main issue is it has Fury. So if I get it down to 4 hit points, it's going to turn on Fury mode. And I will go ahead and use this Repel to get it... Oh, sorry, if I get it down below 4. So the ideal would be if, at this point, I did more than 1 damage, because you want to try to skip the middle and give the enemy as few turns in Fury as possible. Okay, this is actually really fantastic. I do not want it to heal 2 hit points, but luckily I have a magic shield, so it'll take a damage from my spikiness and not heal 3, so it's like an amazing amount of swing there. I prevented 2, and I dealt 1, so that was like a 3 hit point swing. Okay, that's not going to kill me, so I'm going to kill it, and there we go, we beat the mission. Yay! Pro tip. Don't fight fire elementals. This does not matter at all, but we'll do that because I really wanted to get that thing earlier, and we're done. Ooh, that's a fun one. So Pyromaniac starts off great. Fire 1, that's nice. I like fire. Fire's a good skill. But when that battle scar evolves, it turns into burn. So you start the game with what is given in the game as a negative trait from a fountain, which is that both enemies take, or both you and your enemy take 1 damage every round of the fight. So that'll be fun when that happens. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.